Hey guys, Gabriel here with Dream Team. So, if you watched the last video, we were just talking about how to get free leads. We've just gotten started. We don't have very much money for marketing. And so, what we're looking to do is get some free leads so that we can start getting customers and get this business off the road. In the last video, we talked about utilizing Facebook and local community groups in order to go ahead and gain leads, customers, people that are looking for recommendations, and people that we can turn into our customers by going ahead and doing the techniques that we spoke about in the last video. So now what we're going to talk about is what do we do once we do get a response from that customer? What we do is, for example, once we've gone ahead and made the contact, hopefully we've scheduled an in-person estimate because all we have is time. We're not really out there busy working in the field all the time. So what we should be doing is spending our time wisely, making sure that we nurture the seeds that we plant. So if somebody contacts us back and they would like an estimate, turn that into a in-person estimate. One thing about this industry that you'll notice is that in-person estimates seem to they convert better. And so the reason for that is because it gives us the opportunity to meet face-to-face. When conducting sales, the face-to-face sales is a lot better converting because they're right there in front of you. They can't ignore a text message. They can't ignore an email. They can't ignore a phone call. They can't say they have to call you right back. You're right there in front of them. So you can utilize certain psychological techniques and strategies in order to go ahead and push the sale along a little bit further and hopefully close that sale. So we've gotten contact back from our customer and we've scheduled an in-person lead, hopefully. So you want to be on time, you want to be professional, and you want to sound educated and confident, guys. We want to be confident. So confidence means that we're not going to use the words, we are the industry professional. That's why we are there. And so when we get there, first thing you're going to do is do not park in your customer's driveway. What you want to do is park on the side of the road, away from the mailbox, and in a courteous spot. Don't trample on their grass. I know these things sound a little bit like common sense, but you'd be surprised the types of things that go on in this industry because it is such a low barrier to entry business. And so we've gotten to our customer's house. We're on time. We look good. We have a uniform or a polo. We look professional. And we're going to go ahead and knock on that door. Once we knock on that door, customer comes to the door. Hey, my name is Gabriel. I'm here with Dream Team. We spoke a little bit earlier about getting your quote for that pressure washing job that you wanted. Do you have a couple of seconds? Maybe we can walk around the property and you can show me kind of the things that you were looking at that needed to get taken care of. I'd be more than happy to take the time and all the time that you need to go ahead and take care of this, okay? So give the customer their time. Do a lot more listening than you do talking. Take mental notes. As you're walking the property, look for things that you can upsell. Look for things that you can recommend. They'll give you the appearance or the reassurance to your customer or lead that you are the industry professional. You do this all the time and you know exactly what to look for in order to make the house look beautiful again. And walk the whole property with them. Make sure that as they're talking, you're asking questions that lead into a relationship, right? Oh, you have a beautiful house, Miss Sally Mae. I can't wait till I have the opportunity to be blessed like you are and get myself a house that looks this good. You know, when you give somebody a compliment and you stroke their ego a little bit, it opens up the ability for them to be more receptive to what you say. And so whenever it comes time to close that deal or close that sale, you have a better chance to do so because you've built rapport, right? If you notice that there's kids' toys or chalk on the driveway or a kid's bike, or maybe there's a dog toy outside, etc., pick conversations about things that don't have absolutely anything to do with pressure washing. There's a couple of reasons that a customer is going to buy from you. And these are tried and true in any industry. Number one, they believe in you. They believe that you can do what you say you're going to do, and they trust you. Number two, they like you. They like you. They want to build a relationship with you. They relate to you. And so they want people like you in their lives because you've made a connection. And so when it comes to sales, I have a lot of experience in sales. I started out in sales when I was about 18 years old, door knocking for AT&T, selling cable. And back then it was getting Door slammed in my face and I heard 1,000 no's a day, but I was working just to hear only one. One yes a day would get me about $80. And if I could do that 10 times a week, I was doing really good at 18 years old. And so I learned different sales tactics about how to make sure that I don't hear that no very quickly. I don't come off pushy. I don't come off too eager. Sales is like whining and dining. For any guys out there, if you've ever been on a date with a girl and you seem too overzealous and you seem too overly enthusiastic to be there, too eager, you're sweating them too much. They're probably not going to have so much interest. For girls, if a guy is on a date with you and he seems to be just all over, he can't keep his composure and he's a little bit too much for you, that kind of energy is a little bit disconcerting, right? So you tend to pull back a little bit. And sales are just the same way. And so you treat this like a dance. When you go and talk to your customer, like I said, do a lot more listening than you do talking. Guys, listen. If you let them talk long enough, they will give you the answers that you need in order to close that sale. Maybe they have an event going on. Maybe it's a child's high school graduation. Maybe it's one of their kids' birthday parties. Maybe it's a holiday coming up and they're having people over. Whatever the case may be, listen, ask questions that are going to give you the weapons that you need in order to close that sale. So we're doing the lap around the house with the customer. You're making a couple of compliments. You see a dog's collar, a dog's toy. Oh, you guys have a dog? Oh, what kind? Oh, I have a dog too. Me personally, I have a Rottweiler. So I always tell people the same thing. I got a little baby Rottweiler. He's huge, but he's the biggest baby in the world, right? 118-pound baby. People just love that stuff. And so now I'm more of a person rather than a salesman in their eyes. We're talking about everything that I didn't come there to talk about, whether it's sports or the dog or the kids or nice car they have in the driveway or the color of their house and how beautiful the landscaping is. I love these flowers. What kind of flowers are those? Types of things? They put your customers' guards down so that you guys can have a real true connection and conversation about what needs to get done, how you can best help them, what are their pain points. We're looking for pain points. Maybe they had a couple of guys come out and they didn't get the estimate back fast enough. So now we know that if we can get the estimate back quick and follow up, then that type of communication is something that they appreciate. And once we get, that's what we want to do. We want to take the time, take the initiative, be professional, make sure that we have exactly what we need in order to go ahead and close. So at the end of the walkthrough and the estimate, we're going to go ahead and do some math right there in front of them and let them know, hey, listen, just off the top of my head, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, just by looking at what I see and what you've told me, I think that your main concern is making sure that this gets done on time for your child's graduation. I'm happy to do that. We do have some openings coming up on Tuesday next week. If you want, I can get here as early as 9 a.m. And what we can go ahead and do is take care of exactly what you've asked us to take care of. All we need is your permission. The only thing we'll do is go ahead and collect payment upon completion of the service. And it's only going to cost you X amount of dollars. Do you want to go ahead and schedule for 9 o'clock on Tuesday? Soft close. And that's the types of things that we want to do. If they give you a little bit of pushback, oh, let me talk it over with the wife. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I completely understand. Does she happen to be home? Maybe she can come out here. I can explain to her the cleaning process and what's all going to get taken care of, how we're going to do it, when we're going to be here, when we're going to be gone. And we can go ahead and get this all scheduled. Those are the types of things that we can do. Oh, no, she's not home right now. Okay, perfect. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and get this estimate put together formally. I'll give you a formal email with a proper estimate put together, and then you can go ahead and talk it over with her. I can give you a call tomorrow and we can chat about it if she has any questions, or if you have any questions, or what time of the day on Tuesday works best for you. Okay, perfect. So we're going to get their email address. We have their address already. We have their phone number already. We have their name. We have a package put together that now we can get a hold of this customer. And even if we don't book this job, we have material that we can market to, guys. We have email to build newsletters. We have phone number to send out text messages to. We have the information we need to maybe turn that customer into a lifetime customer. So on the next video, we're going to be talking about what we do once we get the job and complete it, and how we make sure this customer helps us get a whole bunch more. See you guys soon.